Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Danielle here. I'm so happy to see you all this evening. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description below. All of the regular days and times of my stream can be found there. You can also subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity to hang out with us live. If you are here live, go ahead and click the live chat button. Feel free to request any special attention to any kind of healing that resonates with you. We will start off by building a beautiful crystal healing grid to support the exact requests of everyone that's here. If you are watching this on the repeat, know that you can skip ahead to just the healing if you want to skip the crystals. Go ahead to about the 45-minute to an hour point, or when you see the lights begin to shift, and you can just enjoy the music and the blissful vibes from there. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki certification classes, community, Discord, crystal shop, or social media, all of that information is linked in the description below. And again, thank you for being here. So let's go ahead to the grid and say hellos to everyone. Awesome. So here we are. Let me just turn the light up just a bit. So good to see you all. There we go. At least a little bit. So, awesome. To start us off, we have some jade right here at the base. Jade helps with really good fortune on every level. Relationships, career, community, family, everything. Just good fortune and well-being, harmony and happiness. We have this copper spiral here. This helps to get the energy moving, break up blockages. We also have citrine. This helps to manifest financial abundance, calling in all of the wealth that we need to thrive. It also helps to balance intuition and intellect. We have some green peridot. This is one to help us break up cycles, things that we repeat that are really just not in our highest good. It helps us find new ways to move forward. It also helps us to continue to develop those friendships that can help us as we grow into the people we want to be. And next is moss. Agate. Sorry, there's a cat moving. Hattie says hello. Sorry to interrupt your slumber. Oh. Yeah, moss agate is deeply spiritual, but also helps very much on the physical side of things. Any kind of illness or infection, this helps support your body to keep it from moving so quickly throughout your system. It also helps with connection to nature, super helpful this time of year if you're in the northern hemisphere. Also with fears of the unknown, doing any kind of inner child work, connecting with your higher self, and just bringing in unconditional love for any reason. And last but not least, we have some pink tourmaline. This is good for things like migraine and neuralgia, but also for bringing in support for women's health, cycle regulation, also for prenatal and postnatal for moms. So we've got some pink tourmaline, great for helping us develop a positive self-image as well. So thank you everyone for being here. Let's go ahead and see the requests. Hey Nurse, it's good to see you. Nurse Blair, I hope you are doing well. Gotcha. Okay, so let's take a peek at what everyone has up. Welcome back in Chris, JS, Grace, Susan, and probably Greg too. Jennifer, Belinda, and like I said, Nurse Blair. It's so good to see you all. Thank you for those of you who were here at the 4 p.m. and those who are just dropping in now. It's so wonderful to have you here. So let's take in some of these requests. Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely feels like finding one's course in life has been a bit of a theme today for sure. Yeah. Ooh, I like that crystal. I like that question, Belinda. We will definitely use that crystal. I don't have Morganite, unfortunately, Jen. So let me know if there's another stone you want me to use. Uh, I do have Moonstone, which I think you also requested. Yeah, you requested Rainbow Moonstone. I have Moonstone, and I have Kunzite. Sorry. Uh, hmm. Crystal for Journey to the Soul. Ooh, we can definitely work on that. Sapphire and Herkimer, definitely. Journey to the Soul. Blue Sky. Fiat Luna, good to see you both. Oh, awesome. Hey, if you can stick around for the full stream, that's always incredible. If you can't, much love to you. You can always watch this on the replay too. It's good to see you both. You're going to sleep so hard you're excited. I'm excited for you. Oh, the kitties are saying thank you for the hellos as well. So let's take a peek. So when you say a crystal for the journey to the soul, definitely, yeah, definitely Sapphire and Herkimer. Also Chevron Amethyst. That can really work. Let me know too if there's like a specific thing you want to do as you connect with your soul. If there's a specific, if it's just to connect and reconnect with self, cool. If it's something like if there's more of an intentionality behind it, let me know. There might be some other supportive crystals. Okay, so let's start putting out some selections here. Releasing energy of others, grounding, emotional regulation. Gotcha. Okay, cool. And we'll start with Chris's request. And yeah, we'll start with Chris's request. Rhodonite instead of Morganite. You got it. Okay. And if you're new, we're nice. I promise. You can go ahead into the chat if you want to. And you can request specific stones or the healing intention, either one. It's all good. Okay, cool. So we've got Peridot already. Iolite, Rutilated Herkimer. Iolite, Rutilated Herkimer. Rose Quartz, Carnelian. Pyrite. Blue Kyanite, Sapphire. Aragonite with Caribbean Calcite. Okay, cool. Let's start there. Yeah, let's start there. Okay, cool. So Iolite is one of those stones that can also help you journey to the soul a little bit. This is one that helps with shamanic journeying, but also with grounding, especially if energetic or intuitive stuff is keeping you up at night. It can really help with sleep. This is also one, if you have an intention for weight loss, this can be helpful, and for money management as well. We use Iolite in almost every stream because it does so many things that we love so much so well. Aragonite works with the root and earth star chakra, which is enacting our soul's purpose. This is showing up in life and feeling like you know where to go, and you feel confident in showing up and doing the things you need to do to carry your life's purpose forward. And the Caribbean blue calcite, the blue in this, resonates with the crown and the soul star chakra, which has to do with our vision and sort of intuition that guides us forward in our soul's purpose. So by balancing both of those, envisioning and sort of knowing and trusting with showing up physically in action, it helps to balance everything in between including the chakras and the Kundalini energy, which lays coiled at the spine. It allows it to rise much more easily and not just be sort of an off-on. It's a wonderful stone for walking in life's purpose, being connected to, if you have an intention for connecting to enlightenment, this can be a really powerful stone. We also have, as requested, rose quartz. This is one that makes it easier to let go of things that are holding you back or holding on to heavy emotions, because it's a consistently supportive, life-affirming energy. It's just unconditional love. This makes us feel a lot more comfortable letting go, because it feels like, wait a minute, there's something else that can come in here and replace that energy that isn't something worse, because that's the human condition. It's usually like, I don't want to forget this lesson. I don't want to repeat this. This reminds you, like, you can remember the lesson without having to carry the pain, and rose quartz can be really helpful for that. Carnelian helps with relationships in general, and all relationships. So it definitely relates with the sacral chakra, which has to do with how we relate to the world around us, the people and the situations and community, and also romantic relations, sexual relationships, sexuality, sexual dysfunction, and fertility, all of that stuff. So it's resonant with all of that. It helps groups to get along better and work together. It's especially powerful in work dynamics, especially when people are trying to work together to achieve a common goal. This is also really helpful for things like finding your spiritual partner, or a really aligned romantic partner, as well as helping with healing wounds, colds, and infertility. So we'll bring that in. And I love carnelian. It's such a pretty shade of orange. So there we go. We have pyrite, which helps us to open up the intuition. Hey, Martha, good to see you. Prudence Jane, wonderful to see you too. Good question. Walking through illusions. Ah, I like that. Okay, we can work on that. Good to see you, Martha. Okay, so as I was saying, pyrite, excellent for intuition and protection at the same time. So this is a great stone for anyone who's just starting to open up to their intuitive or spiritual gifts, and that it kind of covers both. It's very balanced stone. It can be very much, it's often connected with Reiki work. Many folks feel that pyrite can help the Reiki energy flow more readily and help the body to accept the energy more deeply, which is an interesting concept, as well as supporting the lungs and memory. So yeah, we will bring this in. It's also definitely thought to help support calling in financial abundance. So I'm also going to put the intention that this support Korakar. Korakar's mom. Korakar isn't. Oh, hey, Korakar just walked in. Hey, he must have sensed you. We also have sapphire, which is incredible at calling in intuition. It helps us to connect to our spirit guides, helpers, and wherever we connect, so that we can have a stronger channel with which to get any messages. Additionally, to help facilitate the speaking of those messages to someone in a way that they can most easily understand, which can be really tricky. This is a wonderful stone to work with if you do readings for people or are working on, say, spirit mediumship and passing along messages. This is one that can help you to hone those messages to be the most meaningful possible, as well as have that connection to begin with. This is definitely one that if you're not accustomed to, it can be ungrounding. If you're not accustomed to grounding your energy, you may want to get a little more proficient at that first before you work with this stone. Speaking of understanding what comes through from intuitive work, we've got blue kyanite. It's beautiful for that. This helps us to understand those messages. It also helps us to align with a sense of spiritual pride, which is pride in who we are, who we fundamentally are. It's the remedy to shame, essentially. So this is blue kyanite. Also thought to be very helpful for brain injury, stroke, especially if it impacts speech and mobility. And of course, I say this as often as possible because you know what? I know y'all get it, but hey, bear saying. Crystals, I don't see them as crystals and Reiki. They're incredibly helpful. They absolutely work. They don't need to be a replacement for anything else. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing to help support yourself. Whether it's modern medicine, whether it's meditation, whether it's medication, whatever it might be that you're doing to help support your whole good, keep doing it. This is a supportive technique that can help you move through whatever it is you're going through, mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual, in a supportive way while you do anything else that helps support your whole well-being. We also have Herkimer here. This helps with being in the present moment and also manifesting in a more spiritual way rather than, dang it, universe, give me that Maserati. This is more like, universe, thank you for my blessings. And these are the things that I need to keep moving forward. Please help those requests be aligned with everyone that is impacted by this manifestation, and thank you. This is a little bit more holistically minded. It also helps with that being in the present moment. I mean, that's a precious thing any day and in any way, but especially when we're looking to the future, to be able to sit where we are now and acknowledge what we have and what's important. Additionally, it's helpful for harmonizing discordant energies. So if you have housemates, work scenarios, neighbor issues, this can be really helpful. Also great for balancing metabolism and intuition. So let's go ahead and put these here. Love Herkimer diamond, which is really just a form of quartz. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Oh, thank you, Martha. You received the crystals today and you wanted to say congrats, well done. Oh, on the new labeling system. I'm so glad you like it. Useful to have the little chart for every stone. Wonderful. I'm so glad you like those. I'm so glad you like those. That was definitely a lot of work and well worth it. I'm so glad that you love it. Thank you for that. Thank you. Rhodonite is next. Rhodonite is for heartbreak, unrequited love. It's also thought to be helpful for the lungs, just like pyrite. This is whether it's the end of a relationship because of a breakup or a divorce, or if it's something along the lines of like they've passed on or something along those lines. This can help heal the broken heart and allow you to feel like you want to reopen your heart again. It also helps anyone who's got insecurities, particularly if they're rooted in things like emotional abuse, whether or not that was childhood or older. This can be one of the more helpful stones. This is also helpful for balancing yin and yang energies within the body, and it's often linked with allergies and autoimmune issues. I have a lot of those. I have 25 food allergies in addition to celiac disease. Yeah, no joke. So yeah, this is a stone I work with a lot. I actually have crematory jewelry made out of this that I wear every day. This is rhodonite. So it's a perfect stone for all of those kinds of things. A very loving stone. And I hope that helps. Let's see. Oh, I love these requests. The love stones, please. Absolutely. Definitely carnelian. I'm going to bring in Moonstone also. This also helps calling in a really good spiritually aligned relationship. But Moonstone helps in general with connection to the divine feminine, connection to ancient wisdom, connection to the cycles and rhythms of nature, better accepting divine timing. Sometimes things don't happen on our timeline, and that can be super frustrating. This can help with that. Also helpful for women's health in general, protection during travel, and to some extent releasing patterns. This can really help, especially like breaking karmic patterns can be really helpful. So let's bring that in. That can be a helpful love stone. And good stuff. We've got rose quartz, love, happiness, becoming more healthy, grounding, emotional regulation. Yep. I feel like red jasper wants to come out. So let's go ahead and do that. This is very helpful for grounding. Very, very helpful for grounding. It's also great for psychic and spiritual protection and empowerment, feeling like you can truly stand on your own 2 feet, standing up for yourself and all that you are. It's also fantastic for emotional support, especially if it has to do with something long-term, like a long-term convalescence or illness, or something that you're really slogging through, like divorce proceedings that take forever, that kind of stuff. It's also really helpful for fertility. It's thought to be helpful as well. So red jasper. But I definitely love the emotional regulating part of it. We're going to go ahead to, that's also a great stone for fighting for justice too, and figuring out your course in life. I think I saw chrysoprase come up earlier, so I'm going to grab that now. I really like chrysocolla for that. Chrysocolla is a stone that helps to, it really like encourages us on our soul's purpose and on our spiritual passage. It helps us to make decisions that line up with the guidance we're getting. Sometimes it can be hard to trust that what we're feeling on that spiritual level really is true. It's almost like, no, I couldn't do that, or you know, that's just a dream. No, it's more than that. This helps remind us that, yeah, that is really purposeful guidance, and helps us to make decisions that line up with that. And definitely trusting ourselves at times like that can be hard. This definitely encourages you to say, yeah, I'm going to start going along with what I feel is my soul's calling. So chrysocolla, also really helpful for finding new ways of creative expression. But yeah, discovering your soul's purpose, walking along it, acting in accordance with it. Chrysocolla. I also saw the request for chrysoprase. I think Jennifer requested that, so I grabbed that too. This helps with overcoming disappointment and picking up the pieces, and it's also a wonderful stone for just keeping going and fighting burnout. This is one that allows us to complete our goals, especially when we get to that point where it's like, okay, I've been on this path a while and I feel like the end, the finish line is just so far away. Like it feels like it's forever. Why did I sign up for? This is a stone that reminds you of all the progress you've already made, that you are much farther along than you may be able to see. It's still far away, but you've come a long way. And that can really put some wind underneath you and help you to see like, wow, I can keep going. I've already done this much. And if you do have to pivot in some way, like if you have a disappointment or something ends poorly, showing you that everything you've done, everything you've learned along the way, that wasn't wasted, that there's another way that those things can show up for you. So chrysoprase. Releasing energies of others too, definitely. You're so welcome, Chris. Yeah, there are some great requests tonight. I absolutely agree with that. Hell yeah, down for breaking some patterns. You just picked up a book on crystals for karmic healing. Is that the new one? It popped up in my suggestions too, and it looks pretty interesting. Let me know what you think. I will probably get it. I mean, who are we kidding? I'm going to buy it. Who are we kidding? I'm going to buy it. Releasing feelings of unworthiness, bringing gifts of abundance, of healing. Absolutely, Heart. Absolutely. And it's good to see you, Heart. Lots of love to you. Let's bring Mahogany Obsidian. Definitely releasing feelings of like needing to be validated, like we're not good enough and we need someone to recognize it and see it and point it out to us. This can help us with that. Blue kyanite can also be helpful for accepting ourselves exactly as we are, and that's here. But Mahogany Obsidian helps us with that. I need to be perfect. It's not perfect enough, so I can't let it go. And feeling like we need validation from someone else, or we're putting others' wishes ahead of our own, or others' opinions ahead of our own. This is one that allows us to set our own goals and meet those goals without the chronic, I'm not good enough, it's never going to be good enough. It's also thought to be really good for releasing anger, as well as vitality, strength, and even helping with carpal tunnel, which I know a few people here struggle with. So that is Mahogany Obsidian. And obsidian is volcanic glass. Red tiger-eyed lapis garnet. Red tiger-eyed lapis garnet, amazonite, black tourmaline, aquamarine, emerald malachite fire quartz. Malachite is fantastic for moving through emotionally difficult shifts and changes. Sometimes we have to leave something behind, and we talk about things being like bittersweet changes. This is where it's just really bitter right now, and we really feel it in our heart that we have to leave someone or something that we truly cherish behind, or move on from that in order to continue on. And outgrowing these things or moving past these things can be really challenging, and this can be a very loving, heart-centered energy. It is very intense, but in very good ways. So we're going to bring that out. We talked about this a lot more at the 4 o'clock stream. I love malachite. Emerald can be helpful for finding passion for life, passion for love, passion for whatever part of your life you feel like kind of apathetic about. Can reignite that. It's excellent at healing skin and tissue. It's great for the upper respiratory tract, for the bronchial tubes, for bronchitis, for upper respiratory infections, for anything that you have going on up there. This also helps to restore confidence for folks, especially folks who may have been kind of picked on or bullied, especially if that has to do with physical appearance. So this might be in alignment with Heart's request too, with like some confidence, some heart-centered confidence, and also for bringing in acceptance and some success. It's linked with success. So this is raw emerald. We have Amazonite, which helps with reminding us to take care of ourselves. Caregivers often forget how important we are and need to take care of ourselves. If your phone rings when stuff's going on, if you're the person that people lean on, you're a caregiver. If you're a nurse, you're a caregiver. A lot of people are caregivers. This also helps with support, definitely with confidence and seeing yourself as valuable and worthy of care, the same caliber of care that you give out, as well as calming, and it's very much linked with the spine and spinal nerves. So this can be helpful for all of that. So we're going to put this heart-shaped one here and this other one here. Aquamarine helps with forgiveness, body fluids, getting the fluids of the body to move more evenly. Has a linkage with the teeth and the gums, and also with deflecting pettiness and those who tend to take things, not just take things personally, but tend to be a little bit easily aggrieved. So I like to joke that it's the anti-Karen stone. It's also one that the phrase that comes along with it often is something like, may justice prevail. This is appropriate today too. So definitely bringing in aquamarine. Lapis helps with honesty, open communication, integrity, the truth. This is who you would want as a good colleague, a colleague of high esteem. And remember, we can set goals that we want to be better in these regards too. This can be a great stone to embody that. It also helps aid disorganization, taking personal responsibility, and even has some impact on pain and inflammation. So this is lapis lazuli. There we go. Red tiger eye is highly protective. This is gold tiger eye that formed in the earth close to a source of iron, giving it this beautiful red. It's protective on the mundane and in the spiritual. So whether it's a really aggressive kind of attack spiritually or on the earth plane, or if it's something even like nitpicky, undermining, those kinds of things, this is highly, highly protective. It's whether it's bullying or just being invalidated at work or something along those lines, this can help all of the above. So let's bring that in here. Also fantastic if you need to manifest quick money. And sometimes we do. I mean, how much are eggs now? I get it. I don't eat eggs, but I get it. Garnet is helpful for organization, practicality, getting things done, having the courage to take those bold steps, being creative enough to think of a new bold way to go about doing things. This is an excellent entrepreneurial stone, very much linked with Capricorn as it is January's birthstone. This is also great for finding balance in times of stress and strain and tumult, as well as saying, okay, everything is shifting, everything is all over the place. How do we make a new plan? This will help encourage you to just think outside the box and get it done on the fly. So this was one I worked with a lot, like right around the time COVID was happening and I had to close my brick and mortar. It's like, figure it out. It's like, okay, we got to figure out a new way forward. This was a really helpful stone. And my birthstone, so there's that. There we go. And fire quartz, we talked about it before, and I love this stone so much. Stones for gratitude. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, fire quartz. So this is another stone that when it's in proximity to iron in the ground, it gives it a red hue. And here we are. This is fire quartz. That fieriness, where's the other piece? There we go. That fieriness, and it's not showing up as well in the cameras just because of the temperature of the lights. It's kind of canceling it out a little bit. It tends to give us a lot of energy and fire and warmth so that we can move forward a little bit more. It's very energizing, encouraging. It's definitely helps with driving energy. So yeah, absolutely. So we'll go ahead and place this here. So fire quartz. Sometimes they can be far more red. Sometimes they'll be almost brown. It can be all in the spectrum of that. We have indigo gabbro, prehnite, picture jasper, tourmalinated quartz. Indigo gabbro, prehnite, tourmalinated, picture. Indigo gabbro helps with seeing the ways that we get in our own way. It's when we have those tendencies that can be a little detrimental to how we go about our lives, this can help bring that to our attention so we can see that pattern for what it is and we can shift it. So if you find that you keep almost stumbling over your own feet or you feel like you keep hitting blocks, this can be a superb stone to work with. It definitely favors being really introspective. So journaling with this stone is definitely recommended. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put that one here. Picture jasper helps with envisioning our future potential. It's a really powerful stone for that. It also helps us to see possibilities for new ventures, big picture of, you know, if you're doing a big, long project, it helps you see the big picture as you go. Also helps with if you're traveling abroad or living abroad or moving into like a different cultural, or you're having trouble opening up and experiencing a culture and feeling a sense of belonging, this can really help with that too. But it's thought to be really great for finding our fears that might be holding us back. If it's sort of hidden to us, this can help bring it up so that we can see it and work through it. So that's picture jasper. Also goes by the name desert jasper. Prehnite can be superb for any kind of spiritual learning or teaching. It helps us to hold a space of spiritual lessons, and this is whether you're showing up and like taking a class like a Reiki class, for example, or if you're doing the work on your own, reading books, checking in with readings on your own, however that might be working. This can help hold an energetic space of like a spiritual classroom. It's also fantastic for like lucid dreaming and things like that. It helps with meditation if your mind is wandering. It's also really helpful for refusing unfair demands. So if you're someone that has a hard time saying no when someone really asks for something that's a big ask, this is a great stone to keep nearby. So prehnite. Let's do Thank you. I love that fire. I have a couple more too if anybody's looking for any. I don't have them on the website, but let me know. Let's see. I think I missed a few up here. Free of debt, to stay true to your own standards, and more confidence in staying true to yourself. Staying true to your own standards, definitely lapis. Definitely lapis. Free of debt, I would absolutely say iolite. Very helpful for money management, connection to spirit, and connection to any healing that might need to be done underlying that. And then the financial abundance stones don't hurt. Confidence in staying true to yourself. Lapis, but also mahogany obsidian and emerald. Moonstone, we got smoky quartz, clear quartz, black onyx. Smoky is fantastic for transmuting energy, so shifting it to something better. Also calms worry. It's highly protective. Back to the Middle Ages, at least, this was used to help protect your home from robbers. So that's smoky quartz. But yeah, if you want to shift the energy, not just move it out, but like shift the energy, smoky quartz for sure. We've also got tourmalinated quartz. Tourmalinated quartz helps with a lot of things, honestly. This helps with breaking up energy blocks within the body. It helps with breaking up scar tissue on the body and in the emotions. So if you feel very stuck and it's almost like an emotional scar or block, this can help break that up. This is very protective of folks who may be traveling, as well as helping with finding new income streams, whether it's a new gig, a new way to monetize something that you do. Tourmalinated quartz is very, very helpful for those. Breaking up patterns and things even from childhood, this can be helpful. So let's go ahead and we'll put that near the indigo gabbro. I think that they line up really well with each other. Spiritual courage, focus, and channeling. Cool. So yeah, let's do, I know somebody requested some blue agate. I saw someone ask for help with anxiety, and I think it was someone who was new. I want to make sure I bring that in. We have some, cool. So let's bring in green calcite to help with that. Green calcite is my go-to for anxiety, absolutely every time, including the way anxiety shows up in our body. If there's a place that we hold pain or tension from it, this can help break it up. This is one that helps to just sort of soothe, as well as if you get sensations of stress in the physical heart too, this can help. But yeah, it's very calming, very reassuring, excellent for anxiety. So I hope this helps. Let's bring this in. I also wanted to bring in the rutilated quartz. This helps to balance the mind-body connection. It helps to focus the mind. It also helps to give us a burst of energy. If we are recovering from illness or injury, or if we're run down from working too hard, this can help sort of replenish those stores. It's also thought to be an excellent gift for someone who is battling cancer. It's been used, and it's been used more like as a folk token of directing healing exactly where it needs to go. And so if you were to go to like Jewelers Row in Philly and you asked, you know, somebody I care about very much has been diagnosed with cancer, what kind of a gift can I get them? There's a good chance that this is going to get mentioned. So rutilated quartz is thought to help direct the healing where it needs to go. Put that there. For Vincent, the stone that comes to mind for me when Korakar asks for spiritual courage, focus, and channeling and things like that, and you did just finish a course. Green kyanite is great on a physical level for throat, chest, lungs, heart, all that kind of stuff, which I know some of you are dealing with. But it's also really great for balancing spiritual life with the mundane. So if you have a new spiritual life and like you're bringing it, you want to practice it more, you're basically folding it into your regular everyday life. This is also wisdom through intuition and connecting with plants and spirits and nature. So this came up for me to put in here for you. I'm going to put this right by the blue kyanite. Blue lace agate helps with sore throat and skin allergies, but also moving difficult emotions through the throat chakra to express them. This is a stone that can soften what we're expressing, whether it's to help us get it out, or if we're trying to sort of temper something that can be difficult for someone else to hear. It's also linked with arthritis and bone health, helping to heal fractures, but it's a very soothing, loving, calming stone. So, blue lace agate. Okay. For your mother, for prosperity, Korakar, we have the pyrite for sure. Greg and Susan, harmony and success. We've got some Herkimer for them. Black onyx, Mookite. Yeah, I grabbed those. So Mookite helps with accepting change and also making decisions. It's just like chrysocolla can be really helpful with making those decisions that are in alignment with like what you feel intuitively is your higher good. Mookite can really help with that too. Mookite also goes by the name Australia jasper. It's thought to help calm digestion as well. But yeah, decisions and accepting change, moving along with new things. So, whoops. Let's see. I'm going to put this here. Kind of ground and balance the indigo gabbro. Black onyx is very protective. It helps with grief. It helps with moving through. It helps with moving through quite a lot, honestly. Moving through spiritual lessons, moving through change in your life. This is also really helpful for connecting with our spirit guides and helpers and our ancestors. This can absolutely be a stand-in for an ancestor on your altar or in your home, something to reflect on that kind of symbolizes them. And ow, Hattie is saying hello with her claws. What's up? You wanted to say hi? Yeah, hello. You can stay or go, it's up to you. protection from negative people and energies, definitely the red tiger eye. Losing weight, definitely iolite. Walking through illusions of the soul, I would definitely say indigo gabbro, so Belinda, and also Nuummite. Nuummite is crazy town old. It's like 3 to 4 billion years old. Super old stone. It's only mined in Greenland and only certain times of the year because the ground is frozen because it's Greenland. As you can see, it's this dark black, but there's these like flashes of like silvery gold. It's thought that when you're in the depths and you're doing your shadow work, that those glints of that goldish, it's called labradorescent, that is like insight from the heavens and wisdom, and also support, just sort of like your guides saying, hey, you're in it. My cat's arguing for my arm. Like, hey, you're in it, but you're on the right path. Hey, here's some wisdom in this depth and in this darkness. So this is Nuummite. We're going to put those next to the indigo gabbro. So I think that will help. I have some of that on the website as well. And what else? Negative emotions involving a recent situation with a friend. And something for finances. Gotcha. Let's go with Zoisite. We don't use that too often. This one is helping to release negativity, facing our problems, and it helps with challenges and setbacks regarding obstacles in like business and in life, but also around people. So it can be really helpful. This is one that also has a connection to, it's often used for fertility as well. But yeah, releasing negativity. It's also got an alignment with seasonal affective disorder, helping us feel more connected to nature, especially in times like this when it's just too cold and everything's dead. So this is Zoisite. Blue lace agate, got it. Rainbow moonstone, absolutely. Okay. So this is rainbow moonstone. So moonstone, labradorite, and rainbow moonstone are all very related. Oh, baby wants my arm. They're all very related. In jewelers' circles, this often goes by white labradorite. And you can see her here. Hang on. Yeah? Want to say hi? Okay. Rainbow moonstone helps with everything that moonstone helps with, but it is even more strongly connected with connecting with spirit, being open to intuition. This can help with, I often recommend this for working with female deities. And so if anyone's like a Dianic witch or you work with female deities, this can be a beautiful stone to work with. It helps with clairvoyance, especially on the higher vibration. If you're looking for connection to divine wisdom, soul purpose, deep spiritual work, but really high vibe spiritual work. This can be very, very helpful. Definitely has a connection with the divine feminine as well. Let's do here and here. Yeah. It might be more recognizable. This is what it looks like polished. Yeah. Yeah, so Kitty is blessing us with her presence. Oh, and if there's a vote, both. Have a blessed weekend. Ah. Time to go get Key. Send Key lots of love. Green kyanite sounds perfect. Yeah. I have some too for you if you're around this weekend. Crystals for past life regression and healing. Absolutely. And gratitude and your dog. Okay. Animals. Leopard skin jasper. Whether you're working with your animal guides or healing animals. And it looks like Hattie is definitely part of the healing tonight. Ooh. Sorry about that loud noise there. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Oh, want to say hi? You want the rainbow moonstone? Yeah? You want the rainbow moonstone? You can play with the rainbow moonstone. That's fine with me. Go ahead, put your blessings on it. I know we all need a little kitty love in our life. But yeah, leopard skin jasper helps with anything animal related. Perfect timing. When it comes to, pardon me, when it comes to healing animals or being connected to our animal guides, this is the perfect stone. Yeah, this is also great for anything having to do with the skin or parasites, even fungal infections to a point too. Also, it's one of the stones that can, it's often thought to help attract a soulmate. So Grace, looking at you and your request. And I think we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll bring in leopard skin jasper. Fantastic. So I think we're at that point where I pick a couple of stones that, oop, Hattie's on the move. I think we're at that point where we pick a couple of stones, or I pick a couple of stones, and you all vote on which ones will help support and ground the entirety of the grid. So give me a moment to kind of reflect on all the requests that you had, and I'll bring in what feels right. So bear with me just a moment. Chat amongst yourselves, and if you haven't already liked the stream, please consider doing so. So, and just for those of you who might be new, you are not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint, hint. So the first suggestion I have, this was a request and I think it's perfect. Hematite can be very, very grounding. It can help us to release the energy that we no longer need so we can kind of make space, especially when we feel like we're holding on. It helps us to just go, okay, I need to let go of some of this. This one in particular is carved into a Hamsa or hand of Miriam. It's very protective. It's thought to like ward off the evil eye. And I sneezed on it, so it must be true. So yeah, this is a hematite Hamsa. The other is sugilite. This is like universal higher consciousness. Here, let me move this so you can really see the color. It is that vibrant purple. This is, yeah, collective consciousness moving to the next level. It is a very high vibrational stone. It's like the soul star of everybody, in a sense. It's world peace, world harmony, world evolution, so that all of us evolving together to go to somewhere better together. So, sugilite. So, yeah. Thank you. We return from our joyful both. Gotcha. Okay, so you all go ahead and vote. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is to anyone who's new, and then we will get into the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Usui Reiki for over 14 years, and I'm so glad to have you here with me today. The actual practice of Reiki has in the West taken on a lot of different meanings, and it's very decentralized, which I think is really a great thing. The style I work with most is known as Usui Reiki, and it's actually the practice that was created by Mikao Usui, called Usui Shiki Ryoho, or Usui's method of natural healing in Japan. And this method or particular technique was created in the early 1920s Japan by him. At the same time, practices of working with this energy are timeless and show up in every culture. So what is energy? Well, Usui had studied and practiced in many different spiritual pursuits. He was a Tendai Buddhist monk, so that's a very esoteric form of Buddhism. But the actual understanding of energy at its core can best be explained from the Shinto perspective. And Shinto is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything has a soul and everyone is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. And within that interconnection, there are additional forces at play, including an energy that supports soul and life. So spiritually guided soul energy would be what Reiki roughly translates to. This is a technique of working with that energy. And this particular practice was created as a secular approach for everyone to work with together during a time when in Japan they were under Meiji rule, and there was not a lot of, you couldn't teach any kind of spirituality that wasn't Shintoism without it being very general. So this technique was employed there. Lots of different people enjoyed it regardless of background. And when it jumped the pond and came here, of course we loved it too, because we can put our own understandings and interpretations on spirituality, what the source of that energy is, etc., and still enjoy in the actual feeling, sensation, and love that is Reiki at the same time. So this energy is flowing through all of us. It's already a part of you wherever you happen to be. It's flowing through your body right now. Your body, mind, and spirit work with this energy all the time to help bring you into your greatest sense of physical balance, emotional well-being, mental balance as well as spiritual connectedness. Your session that you'll experience today could be some balance of all of the above, or just a really incredible nap. It's probably going to be some kind of combination of all of the above. At any point in time, you can set an intention. So if you didn't already, you can at any point during the session. Just bring it to mind. The universe will hear you. As I send you Reiki, it's just basically me connecting to that energy that's already flowing through all of us, and I'm directing more of it to you so your body, mind, and spirit can do what it does best. As I do that, if you think of anything, you can just go ahead and add it to the list, but you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You don't even have to sit still. You can move around, stretch, bend, whatever you feel you need to do, whatever you feel guided to do. And this will be just your session for you. If you want to journal, listen to some music, whatever works for you, this is your time for healing and well-being. While I send this Reiki to you, the lights will shift downward. You'll notice it moving from several different colors very smoothly and evenly. At no point will it flash or strobe. And if you want to learn more about our musical creator, the link to her YouTube is in the description at the bottom. And she has her own YouTube page. You can go check her out and stream her music during the day. As I connect with this energy and send it to all of you, I'll do this for 25 minutes, and at the end of the session, I will welcome you back. You'll hear my voice encouraging you to take a deep breath and come back. The chat will be open at that time, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have, or hear you out on any experiences that you feel inclined to share. But this is your time, so you enjoy it any way that you'd like. You can move, get something if you need it during the session, and it won't impact the energy. If you do feel like, I can't quite tell if my mind is wandering, just take a deep breath and you will come right back into the session. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you. And remember, because we're all interconnected and this energy flows through everyone all the time, it doesn't matter where you are in terms of proximity or time. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past. Go ahead and enjoy just as though you were here live. If you would like to join me live, those times are down in the description below. But you can always check out our past live stream healings and get a healing anytime that you need one, even if I'm not live. Thank you so much for being here and for all of your love and support. Consider subscribing and all of that other good YouTuber stuff. Go ahead, get cozy, and let's get into some healing. Thank you, Eileen. I appreciate you too. Both of you, both. Okay, so everybody go ahead, get cozy. I'm going to bring in, I don't know why I closed this up again. Okay, let's do fire quartz. Where does Sujilite want to be? We'll put you right there. Well, maybe... So we have to put the Hamsa in. I'm making a mess. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get started on sending you that healing. Remember to just take a deep breath anytime you feel you need one. And I will come back for you in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to your body. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. It's an honor and a pleasure. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. And I hope you have a beautiful evening. I will be back Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time, same time as this. And all the other days and times are listed in the description below. You're welcome, Jen. You're welcome, Martha, and I will make sure that I pass that along to Hattie. She's currently taking a nap. Aw. Thank you for being here, Eileen. You're so welcome. This group is amazing. Thank you all so much for being a part of it. You're welcome, Chris. I'm grateful for you being here. Lots of love. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Eileen. Yeah, it's amazing how powerful Reiki can be, right? You're welcome, Vincent. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day of giving Reiki. I'm so grateful for today. You're so welcome, Eileen. Come back anytime. Yeah, Fridays are always my busy day, and I started doing one-on-one sessions for distance clients starting at noon, and I was booked all the way through now between community distance Reiki and clients, and it was a beautiful day. Absolutely love Fridays. Best day of my week. Oh, Kichiro was also napping in the healing. Awesome. Yeah, usually after Reiki, they chill, they stretch, they have a little bite to eat and drink some water, and then they look at me like, okay, play with us. And so we have to stand there and I have to throw the ball for them to chase after. And we do that until they get tired of it, which is like 15 minutes. You're very welcome, Eileen. Yeah, we all need some Reiki love in our lives, don't we? So, cat style, yup. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and begin winding down the stream. So if you have any questions or anything to share, go right ahead. If you think of anything later, absolutely use the comments or reach out to me through my website. It's learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Yeah, and all the information about classes and all that good stuff is linked in the description. And if you don't mind tossing a like or consider subscribing, all that good YouTuber stuff that I self-promotion has never been my strong suit. But I'm really just so grateful to have all of you here. It means the world to me. I absolutely love doing this. You have a restful evening too. Everybody get some rest. Have a beautiful weekend. And I will see you Sunday evening. Students, go ahead and check the website for the February Reiki Share dates. They're up. Yep, Korokar reminding to like, share, and subscribe and all that good YouTuber stuff. Thank you. Appreciate you. But all of you have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.